Being irresistible requires you to have a very certain energy, and it doesn't matter how young you are, how old you are, how much you fit societal beauty standards, whether you're successful or intelligent or not. This is about the way that you carry yourself, and anyone can adopt this type of energy. Sure, you can be irresistible for certain things about yourself, like your beauty, but if you only find the value in your appearance, then don't be surprised to be attracting the type of people who only see your value as your appearance and chase you for that. So that's why we're focusing on our energy here, because when you make your energy irresistible, people will like you for who you are. They'll like you for your energy. They'll like you for your character. They'll like you for your soul. And to me, I feel like being loved for those things is way more powerful, way more pure than being loved for external qualities about yourself, like how much money you have or your appearance or your status. Hi guys, it's Joy. Welcome back. Let's get straight into this video today, and we are going to be starting off with point number 1 of what makes someone's self-concept so irresistible, and that is having emotional mastery over yourself. What does this mean? It means you know how to control your own feelings, your reactions, your responses to the circumstances, to the people around you. You have that power over yourself. Let's say someone disrespects you. Instead of getting angry, getting hurt, trying to hurt them back in the process of getting back at them and resenting them, you pull your energy back. You don't let them have that emotional control over you. You don't give them the reaction that they are wanting to get out of you. And if you need to do so, you retract your energy and you stop giving them access to your energy, because access to your energy is a privilege. If someone doesn't text you back, lean back and say, cool. Let them not text you back. Let them show you who they are. It's not your job to try and control other people. It's not your job to try and fix them or get them to show up for you in a very certain way. That is not your job. Your energy is limited, okay? In a day-to-day setting, you have a limited amount of energy. And if you are expending your energy, worrying about other people, worrying about what the other people are doing, feeling anxious over that, letting yourself mope over that, you are taking away from your energetic capacity to be the person that you want to be, to feel the things that you actually want to be feeling, like peace or joy or happiness or excitement. Your energy is your spiritual currency, so treat it as such. So if someone hasn't texted you back, have the emotional mastery within yourself to not panic and read into that too much and wonder, why did they not text me back? What could they possibly be doing? When are they going to text me back? Stop that. Your energy is precious. Recognize that first of all, and draw your energy back. Come back to yourself. Have that mastery, have that control over how you want to respond, and realize that that is the free will that you have in this life, choosing how you want to respond to circumstances. And if you actually need to control the people around you to feel somewhat secure about yourself, that actually speaks to a very fragile self-concept, because you're saying, unless you give me that validation, unless you give me that reassurance, then I can't feel okay. Then I'm going to sit here and feel jittery and feel panic and feel anxiety, because I need you to show up in a certain way for me. And that just shows you how powerless you actually are. And let me just acknowledge that it is not easy to have emotional mastery of yourself, okay? There's a reason why I called it mastery, right? There's mastery implies that practice is required, commitment is required, conscious effort is required at times, and relatively, it's so much easier to fall back into old habits, bad habits, than it is to build up the positive habits that you know will actually serve you and be beneficial for you in the long run. I acknowledge it might not be the easiest, and have compassion for yourself. Have some patience with yourself. If you've been, running on autopilot for the past few years, don't expect yourself to suddenly be able to make a 180 shift overnight or even in a week or month. These things can take time, and you need to have compassion for yourself, patience for yourself. But it will be worth it. That's the one thing I can promise you. It will be worth it because you are worth it. Your energy, your time, your commitment to yourself is worth it. And you will ultimately be the best investment you could ever make in life. So why does having emotional mastery over yourself make you so irresistible? Why does it make you so attractive? And why does it make others drawn to you? It's because you're living authentically. You're living in alignment with your values. You aren't, reacting impulsively or acting from fear or insecurity. You're acting from a genuine confidence about yourself. And this confidence comes from a deep acceptance of who you are and embracing who you are and living in alignment with your values and to the person that you want to be. And all these things point to a solid self-concept. It points to someone that knows who they are. They know their identity. They know what they're here to do, and they know what they want to get. This is what draws people in because they're like, oh, I don't have that full power over her. I don't have control over her. And they want to learn more. They want to lean in. There's something about her that I just can't grasp. And they're curious about that. If you think about it, if you're grounded in your energy, that draws other people in because they're like, wow, I want that stability in my life. I want that calming presence in my life. And that would be of value to me. I could get a lot out of that. Moving on to point number 2 of what makes someone's self-concept so irresistible is the value that you assign to yourself. So this is specifically for the area that you are most struggling with. Okay, think of one area that you are not doing the best in at the moment, whether it's relationships, with finances, with your career, with family or friends. And when you have that specific area that you are struggling with in mind, think of yourself in relation to this area that you have picked out for yourself. How do you see yourself and perceive yourself in comparison to this area of your life? And most likely, you will notice that your self-concept when it comes to this area of your life isn't too strong. You give more power to other people. You give more power to the circumstances around you. And ultimately, you give more value to those people, those circumstances, more than you give value to yourself. And that's why there's this energetic struggle that you feel with this area of your life because there's an imbalance. You've unconsciously assigned more value to the external than you have to the internal. And we're going to change that. And obviously this is not an intellectual process where you're like, yep, I'm going to assign you guys value and I'm not going to assign myself value. It's not a conscious, thought pattern. It's usually unconscious and it stems from past circumstances that you have learned to deal with in this very specific response. So what I need you guys to understand about value is that it is largely subjective. And I'm sure you've heard this so many times, but people will perceive you the way that you perceive yourself. People will treat you the same way that you treat yourself. People will hold you to the same standard that you hold to yourself. And I'm not denying that objectively, yes, there are things that our society values more in life, like, good looks, having money, having high intelligence, having education, things like that. Yes, but just because you don't have those things, if you do not have them, that does not make you any less capable of being irresistible, of being attractive to other people, of being loved for who you are. Those things are not stopping you from having that experience of being loved. So how do you actually assign value to yourself? To assign value to yourself, essentially on an energetic level, it's about giving yourself the feeling of being important, of being powerful when you think of yourself in relation to the area that you might be struggling a little bit in. You see yourself as a blessing, as a gift to the world, a gift to your partner, a gift to your workplace, a gift to your work. Did I say workplace already? Yes, I did. A gift to your family and friends. You don't shrink yourself and see yourself as this unimportant thing, unimportant person. So in the context of relationships, let's say, how do you communicate that you are someone of value? And obviously this is not by saying, hey, look at me, I'm valuable, you better treat me right. No, this is done through your energy, the way you carry yourself, and your actions. not necessarily through your words. So if you truly believe that you are someone that is valuable, then you are also going to see your time is valuable, your energy is valuable, and your presence is having value. And you aren't afraid to be a little bit stingy, a little bit selfish with that energy, because you know how precious it is. You don't immediately give up your routine and your hobbies and your passions and friendships, but just because you're seeing some guy now. You aren't afraid to just be yourself around other people, because that's genuine confidence. Confidence is really just a byproduct of deeply accepting yourself, deeply embracing yourself for who you are, and not being afraid to show that to the world. And not make sacrifices or compromise who you are for the sake of someone else, or for the sake of pleasing or earning validation from other people, which is something that you should be giving to yourself. Because when you have it with yourself, when you give it to yourself, then you won't try to seek it all the time in other people. And that's why confident people are so confident, because they don't try to seek that reassurance. They don't try to get other people to tell them their value, because they see their value, and that's all they need. They carry themselves with that reassurance, with that self-belief, and other people are like, oh, they can feel that. She's someone that's valuable. She's someone that's worth being with. Point number 3 of what makes someone so irresistible is you want to be someone that people want to be around. And you can learn this from examples in your own life. Okay, notice who you look up to, who you find inspiration in, who do you find motivating to be around, who do you like being around? Let's start with that. Who do you like being around? Who do you like being around, and what qualities about them draw you to them? Why do you find yourself being so attracted to this person or magnetized by this person? What is it about them that is drawing you in? And learn from them. Usually what you will notice is that these people that you look up to, they are not, they don't carry this heavy energy around them where they're constantly depressed or anxious or insecure. No one wants to be around that energy for a long period of time, because you constantly have to give them reassurance, give them your energy, and that's starting to take away from who you want to be. They want to be around people who are able to lift them up and inspire them and add to their happiness, add to their fulfillment. They don't want to be tasked with the responsibility of having to always reassure that person. And you don't want to be the person that constantly needs reassurance either, because for other people, that will be very tiring for them, very draining for them to constantly have to look out for you. And they eventually are going to pull back and want to have some of that energy for themselves. So be the inspiration that you want to see in other people. Be the change that you want to see in other people as well. So make sure you're feeling relatively good about yourself. You are feeling relatively fulfilled in your own life. You have something going on for you. You're not just sitting at home, wasting your time, waiting for a text. You have plans for yourself. You have goals for yourself. You have dreams for yourself that you are taking actionable steps towards on a day-to-day basis, because you know you are worth the investment. You know your dreams are worth it. Think of yourself as a flame or a candle. The brighter that you burn, the more that people will want to feel your warmth. The more other people will want to be around you, like a moth that is kind of drawn to a flame. Focus on making yourself so bright that other people have no choice but to step up and meet you in the middle. Meet you in the middle, or meet you at the standard that you have set for yourself. If you're going to take anything away from this video, let it be this. You can be irresistible. You can be loved and attractive just the way you are, because innately you are good enough. Okay, I don't want you guys to think, oh, I have to do a backflip to be irresistible. I have to get all these surgeries to be irresistible. I have to go out and get a PhD to be irresistible. No, you can be irresistible starting today. You got this, guys. I believe in you. I believe in your potential, and never give up on yourself. Never give up on yourself, because you, like I said before, you are the best investment you will ever make in your life. Work on yourself, focus on the mindset, focus on the energy, the body, the soul, nurture it, nourish it, and the world will give it back to you by tenfold. in tenfold or by tenfold. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you did. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Bye!